We them, Dallas Cowboys. We them, Dallas Cowboys. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Somos Dallas Vaqueros. Somos Dallas Vaqueros. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Puro Cowboys with the stars in the D. You know where we at, that's AT&T. Holding your dub, pulling up real deep. It's game time, baby, like where we gon' eat. Like bring out the next top, pre-4 Prescott. Defense strong, ain't stopping us. Making they next pop, even our mascot clean. That's why they knocking us like, ooh, our team the truth. Even in Cali, they ripping us too. And it feels dream, America's team. Stepping the scene wherever we gleam. Hey, rocking that throwback, Cowboys on hold back. We push forward, don't fall back. Haters, they know that we the best, no cap. We stay down like fall flash. Win or lose, we don't pick and choose. We stay loyal to the gang squad, pick a crew, we got plenty too. Everybody throwing stars, hey, that's all day. Sunday pray, then we play. Blue and gray, only way. We got team, that's what I say. We them, Dallas Cowboys. We them, Dallas Cowboys. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Somos Dallas Vaqueros. Somos Dallas Vaqueros. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. A-South Texas like puro Cowboys. East Texas like puro Cowboys. West Texas like puro Cowboys. Austin and San Antonio, puro Cowboys. New Mexico and Arizona, puro Cowboys. Arkansas and Oklahoma, puro Cowboys. Mexico City like puro Cowboys. En Monterrey dicen puro Cowboys. A Rowdy Nation like puro Cowboys. Cowboys Nation like puro Cowboys. Cowboy like family, puro Cowboys. Even Raymond Norta, puro Cowboys. We them, Dallas Cowboys. We them, Dallas Cowboys. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Somos Dallas Vaqueros. Somos Dallas Vaqueros. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys.
Puro Cowboys, puro Cowboys. Happy Thanksgiving out there, baby. Happy Thanksgiving, Bob. It's baby.
Woo. Gobble gobble. What is good? Happy Thanksgiving, man. So good to see you. Sorry, I made it right at the green light, man. I mean, I'm in there peeling potatoes. And I'm saying to myself the whole morning, like, yo, I'm not going to miss this. I'm not going to be late to it. I'm not going to miss it. I got it in the back of my head. My wife just like pushes me like, podcast. It's like, shit. Threw it down, came right down. We ready to go, man. We're ready to go.
I hear you, man. I've been up since early this morning, crack of the dawn. Welcome everybody to the show, baby. So I'm right there with you, man. Been trying to run around, get everything done. For some reason, I thought the Cowboy game is at 12:20. My timing was off. So we got here a little bit early at 11. I know some folks may be out there eating at the table right now, and that's all good. Tap in with us if you can. You're going to need to go to the gym after you eat today anyway.
Welcome. Exactly. I saw the time, and I was just like, hey.
Week 12, Bob. Week 12, baby. We in the trenches, man. How does that make you feel now?
It's crazy. It's crazy enough that it's already Thanksgiving in the annual scheme of things, but in the very short window of time we get to enjoy football, it is crazy that we are in week 12 right now. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet, but we're hoping for a good stretch of wins right now. We're
gonna get into that, baby, with the key. Yeah. Normally I do like 3 keys, but I got 1 key today. I think is very important. We're gonna talk about that on how to win on Thanksgiving. But welcome back to the Cowboys and Indians. Ooh! traditional Thanksgiving style day game, baby. You got the Packers and the Lions going on right now. The Lions got their hands full. I picked the Lions. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, we're here to talk about the Cowboys. Today, we are in that middle slot facing them Commanders at home. You know, where the Cowboys have a 12-game win streak ride number. We're going to get into that in just a minute. So let's welcome everybody to the show. We're streaming on 5 different locations here today, 3 places on Facebook. So shout out to our group OAT over there, Official America's team with over 20,000 fans. We are live in there. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We're live in the Cowboy Cousins group. As you see, we got the Facebook users tapping in. So you know that's where they're at in those private groups. So shout out to everybody in the Cowboy Cousins group. Happy Thanksgiving. Also on BDG live out here. So shout out to everybody, all the followers. Happy Thanksgiving, unless you're an Eagles fan. And then most importantly, we're on YouTube and we're also on that platform X. So shout out to everybody on YouTube streaming with us here today. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody on YouTube and X. But man, in the trenches, week 12, Cowboys and Indians, baby. It's just like the 80s.
It's a good time, man. It's a good time. I didn't get to see it on Thanksgiving, but I did get to see my first ever Cowboys game with John, Paul, Eric. We went out to Irving and watched the Cowboys play the Redskins, and it felt traditional, even though it wasn't a Thanksgiving game. So throughout the years, all the amazing Cowboys and Washington games I've seen, it's still a rivalry, man. I know we all have Philly up there as the team to beat, but this is deeper. This Washington stuff is deeper.
Yeah, this is a division game, and I heard the only thing that when you get drafted by the Washington Commanders that they teach you over there is beating Dallas is all that matters, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. Let's give some shout-outs to everybody rolling with us. Shout out to my guy, supporter Russell over there. He said, we eating already, but happy Thanksgiving. We see you, family. Don't eat too much now. Make sure you turn on your notifications, baby, for that halftime tap in with your boy BG, man. I had to go get my poncho on. Shout out to my guy, S.A. Halo with the Puro Cowboy. Shout out to my hat plug, the original hat plug out there. Big Val, baby. So shout out to Cowboy Life family. We know they out there tailgating today at AT&T Stadium. We see y'all out there. What up, Mark? Says won't be eating until around 4 or 5 when the game comes on. I'm with you, baby. You're going to have your plate right there in front of the TV. I'm with you. But shout out to all of the Facebook users. You know it wouldn't be a show without one. And if you're not in one of our private groups like OAT or Cowboy Cousins, if you're on BDG, make sure you register with StreamYard. We like to put a name with a face, especially around the holidays. Out here today. Shout out to Stephanie tapping in. Happy Thanksgiving. We see you, Peter, supporter out there. Appreciate all the green badges tapping in. Y'all know this wouldn't be possible without y'all support here today. So happy Thanksgiving. Shout out to our admin of the day at the Carolina Panthers. Got a whole bunch of Dallas Cowboy fans in their feelings. I see you, Kelly. Yeah, they in their feelings about how you was talking bad about them kitty cat fans that was leaving their stadium, before the game was over when Dak was sitting down in the fourth quarter. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, but I see you, Kelly. What up, Freddie? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody tapping in, Bob. What's on the menu over there for you today, man? Real quick, what you got on the plate today? Have you ate already or no?
No. My wife, we try our best to clear the spot for Cowboys games. It doesn't always work that way because we're always smack dab in the middle of the day like that. But we're going to still make it happen. We've got the turkey, the mashed potatoes. We've got a corn pudding casserole. We have got, I'm going to fry up some shrimp, and I've got some shrimp cocktail. I've got some smoked salmon out there. We're going to do it up, man. We're going to do it up. And everybody who's coming is bringing a little dish. So we've got other side stuffing, and my mother-in-law is bringing a key lime pie because she knows how much that is my favorite pie ever because I'm from Miami, and she's from Miami. And so she makes a killer key lime pie. So I'm waiting for that. That's really what I'm looking forward to, man. Everything else is just a filler till that key lime pie.
I feel you till you said key lime pie though, but I'm not a big fan of pies. I do like a good old pecan pie. So
I love pecan too.
Yeah, I got me a good old pecan pie. Matter of fact, I forgot to buy my whipped cream. I got to run back to the store after we get off of here as we get these reps in the gym today. But my guy Richard says, "Hey, you from Florida, Bob?" Yeah, man.
Miami, it just so happens I am. Yeah.
Hey,
Dade
Kelly,
County, born and raised.
Shout out to Kelly. We see you. Appreciate the Terrence, big supporters tapping in here today. Shout out to all the green badges. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Do me a favor. If you're watching this, raise the bar by sharing this video. We want to grow this conversation here today on Thanksgiving. We understand a lot of folks are busy, but if you're already on the couch watching the Packers and the Lions, or you're waiting for the food to be done because you're not in the kitchen, pitching in and contributions, with your contributions, then tap in with us. Get these reps in here today. We're going to go over the key to victory. That's right. I normally have 3 keys, but I only got really 1 key today as my guy gives some context here. He taps in. Freddie says, Dallas versus Washington is personal. Now, I just seen a video scrolling through my algorithm on BDG here of the playmaker, your favorite player, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
And he had a lot to say. He had a lot to say about don't let this be kind of AKA a trap game or a pasture game like Jonathan Dobbs in an Arizona type of situation, because my key today is really simple. Can we get the same team that sits Dak in the fourth quarter today? Whether it be the offense, the defense, or the special teams, the complementary football, can we get the same team today? Because right about now, Dak's name is in the MVP conversation, and he's sitting in the fourth quarter. Now, I know here come all the haters. Y'all ain't playing nobody over 500. But look, man, we can't control who they put on the schedule. I'm just saying these are facts.
We also can't control how good or bad the teams are that we play at all. Now, these dudes could be contenders in the first part of the season. We play them again later, and they're not, and we all of a sudden get knocked for it. Look, man, everybody in these games are making multi-million dollars to be out there. You're not going to freaking roll over. We win games, we get credit. We lose, we take the blame. That's just the way it is. But everybody likes to move the goalpost on us. It's like every other team. Get credit for winning the game because winning is winning.
I mean, this division, the NFC East, the NFC Beast, I like to call it. You know what I mean? 13 chips. Yeah, we got the bag with the most chips when it comes to the divisions, baby. 13 to be exact. I was glad Philly didn't get to add to that last year when Jalen fumbled the bag, but we're not going to go too far. But this NFC East, man, I'm going to tell you, it's funny how, I'm getting ready to say the Redskins, right? The Commanders actually took Philadelphia at home to overtime, but then they turn around and they get mollywopped by a New York Giants team. And that's just kind of the way things go in this division because these teams, we play each other. In case you don't know, division teams, you play them twice a year. So you see these teams twice a year, every year. That's why my guy Freddie is saying it's personal. Like Michael Irvin is coming out saying, we got to stay focused. And that's why I'm saying my key today is, can we just get the same team that shows up that been sitting Dak Prescott?
Yeah, that one key to victory actually counts as 3 keys to victory anyway, BG. I think you knew that. Offense, defense, and special teams make up the team that you are asking for us to show up so that Dak gets sat in the fourth quarter. So I like what you did right there, a little play on minds. But you're right, because if we don't get a solid game from everybody today, it could be a problem. Howell throws the ball a lot. The dude airs it out.
Howell is going to test this secondary. I mean, Howell is going, I'm sitting Terry McLaurin today, tell you the truth, in my fantasy football lineup because I don't want to see DaRon Bland. DaRon Bland might fuck around and break the record today. I mean, DaRon Bland's, jersey could be going to Canton this season. Will it be today on Thanksgiving? On a pick 6, baby. He's currently leading 11 interceptions, I think, right now, since he's came in the league, leads the league right now. I mean, Sam Howell going to try this defense. He's going to probably try Gilmore's side a little bit more than DaRon Bland, but he's going to try to throw it to Terry McLaurin. I guarantee you that, but I'm sitting Terry today, man. I just don't like it against this Cowboys defense, but you're right. Sam Howell, baby. Some folks have actually been streaming him in fantasy football. Matter of fact, I think I did for 1 week. So, yeah, they're going to come in and try to spoil Thanksgiving in front of the home crowd, just like it was last year. Did we lose to the Raiders on Thanksgiving?
I think that was last year. I think, or it might have been the year before. I don't know. Last year, I forgot it. I forgot it.
Come on, Cowboys. Don't be coming out there putting out that bullshit turkey on the field today. Y'all better cook that turkey all the way today. You know what I mean? And can we get the same team that's been cooking these teams, whether they bad, good, or indifferent? I don't care. They on the schedule. They've been getting cooked, baby, like a deep fat fried turkey going down in the grease, baby.
Yep. On top of it all, man, I'm going to give myself some flowers real quick. Last year, there was just something I saw about DaRon Bland. I think I wound up hitting up West Coast Cowboy and a couple other friends in the offseason, like, let me get a Bland jersey. I just never pulled the trigger on it. But there was just something about what he did last year. And it wasn't just a pick sixes, the way that he covered in the slot that made me say this dude is going to be a beast. Now, did I say DaRon Bland is going to easily fill in where Trayvon Diggs was? Hell no, I didn't say that. I almost felt like the season might be over, but I cannot tell you how much happier I am now that I was talking about this kid, because he's come in and made a difference, man. He's scoring more touchdowns than wide receivers in the NFL. I think today he does get a 6. I think he does, because I think they test him. I think that's what's gonna happen. You might have called it.
Sam Howell gonna try to throw to our guy DB, baby. You see it right there. 4th pick 6. He gets a 5th pick 6, baby. His jersey is going to Canton. And speaking of Canton, and speaking of folks boots on ground. We know we had John out there last week who tapped in with us too out there at the Carolina game. I believe we got him here on the show. Let's bring him in. Y'all remember John from Boots on Ground last week, baby. What's good, John?
Hey, John. I sent you that link last second. I had no idea you were going to have time to come in, man. It's beautiful. How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving, my brother. Love you.
No, good, man. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. BG, love that hat, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my hat plug, baby. Big Val. You know what I mean? I seen everybody out there, especially in Carolina. I mean, I think Jerry Jones and Charlotte Jones actually invited a couple of Cowboy stars of the Carolinas. So shout out to my girl, the president out there, Tina Mosley. I think a couple of her members actually was up in the suite with Jerry Jones and him as they had the showdown, throwdown too. I think you may have been out there hovering around, but it was nothing but Cowboy fans out there in North Carolina. Tell us about what it was like with all the fans out there, John.
No, it was actually really cool. It was a home game. I mean, there was a ton of Cowboy fans, and man, when Devon, when he did that, man, I was just like, man, I was at peace. It was good to see. It was good to see our Cowboys execute on the road the way we did. It could have been a trap game just like this week, and we can get into those points. But man, it was crazy in Carolina, and there was a lot of Cowboy fans there. It felt like a home game, man. A preview of December 10th.
Hey, man, let me tell you, I talked to Eric the day after, and we were so pissed that we weren't out there for that, considering how much of a blowout it was. It's been we haven't seen a blowout in the times we've been to games, John. So that would have been amazing to see with all the brothers. But hey, it didn't work out. I'm not throwing anything up in the air like hate. I'm just saying. Now that I see what happened, it would have been such a good one to be able to see, especially since the time we had the last time we were at the Carolina.
Yeah, shout out to my girl Kelly tapping in, President DC Nation fan club out there. She's tapping in, says Cowboys invade Queen City. You know, she was an admin of the day here. Like I said, she got a lot of folks in their feelings as she was getting on some fans leaving the stadium there. But yeah, she's tapping in here today too. So sorry to cover you up, John. But shout out to Kelly, who was an admin of the day, tapping in, give us some boots on ground footage today. I was soliciting from my supporters here today, the Green Bed. I didn't know if we was going to have anybody out there boots on ground today. But if you are and you're a Green Bed supporter, just comment, let us know. If you especially want to tap in with us, we'll put the link in the chat. We'll bring you up on the show maybe before the game if you're there now, ready to tap in, or not after the game. Definitely want to hear, especially when these Cowboys get this dub today, baby. 12-game winning streak right now. The Cowboys got on the line on Turkey Day, y'all. Do they make it 13? As we're going to take a look at some of the Washington Commanders numbers here today. Do you think you make it 13 today, guys?
You know what? I don't like that 95.7 yards rushing a game. You know, I'm always going to be someone to pull a criticism out of a positive situation, because you don't learn from praise all the time. We got gashed last week on the ground, and I don't want to see that happen again. So the defense, I think, today really needs to step the hell up in this way. But regardless, I still think we get this win today. But I want it to be a win like last week, a win like the Giants. You know, that this is what we need to do to our division rivals, especially on Thanksgiving, win decisively. So this is what I think that should happen today.
Yep. Now going back to that one key of the game, I'm gonna bring that back up here. Can the same team that sits Dak in the fourth show up? I want y'all to take a look at this number here, Bob, as we're looking at these numbers. The 27.7 points they're allowing to be scored on this team. The Dallas Cowboys are currently averaging 30 points, second in the league right now.
Yeah, that does
that is a big
put a little balance.
So, I mean, do we see a Deron Bland pick six, John? Do we see a Micah? You know, Micah had 3 sacks, I believe, last game. You know, we called it. He was going to be due for a good game. Does he have another multiple sack game? Is the defense going to score? Maybe a Cavante going to run one back today? I'm just going to throw it out there right now, John. What do you see in terms of predictions for this game? And what's your score prediction as we take a look at these score deficits?
Well, speaking of a score prediction, I was off by 1 point last week, as we know, right?
Yeah, you were. Yeah, let's give you some props, baby.
Hey, that's not your fault. That's Brandon Aubrey. Brandon Aubrey did that to you.
Hey, all three of us were right around there on it, but you was the closest to it. Yeah, I give you your flowers, man. Good job on that one.
Because the week before I was being conservative, so yeah, I made up for it. Okay, so here's the thing, man. Here's the 50 Shades of Circle, whatever. I'm in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Sam Howell played here, came out, played great for UNC. He's in trouble today. He's going to have number 90 and number 11 in his face all day long. So he better hope that he has pass protection because the Lion is getting ready to get unleashed. This game started at a 10.5-point spread. It's jumped to 13.5. Cowboys are going to win by at least 41-10, man. 41-10.
All right, I've got mine in. We got 41-10 from my homie over here.
I kind of like how he's thinking. Let's look at the BetMGM report as we take a look at the numbers. My guy John already threw his prediction up there. We take a look at the BetMGM numbers. The Cowboys are a heavy favorite today at home, 11-point home favorites today. The over-under is 48.5. So I think you're right on the money. Where you at, John? What's your score? 41. You said 41-10.
Yeah, 51. Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely on the over there. You're definitely on the over there, so not a bad pick. You know, the Cowboys are always busting the over. I believe were they on the over last week? No, I think they were on the under, if I'm not mistaken. I think they only had 43 points. I want to say maybe
hit the over last week.
5 or something like that. But anyway, 11-point home favorites today. My guy's already thrown his prediction out there, so make sure. Shout out to all of the Green Bay supporters that have been playing along with the picks. So I'm doing things a little bit differently now with all my supporters. Y'all are getting my picks 24 hours earlier than everybody else. So appreciate everybody that's been playing along. We're going to mix it up, man, because there's a whole bunch of freeloaders over here taking up the plates as we talk about Thanksgiving menus. What's on your menu today out there, John, in North Kakalaka?
So we're having some deep fried turkey. I already made one this morning. Gave it to my girlfriend's in-laws or ex-in-laws, and they're just family. So I made that, and it was a good 16-pounder. It took about an hour. And I'm going to make a second one. We're going to have stuffing, potatoes, some Brazilian dishes that she's making, and homemade macaroni and cheese, and these nuts. We're sorry.
John.
My God. Yeah, man. That sounds good, baby. Sorry, definitely. And especially, you left out the most important, man, the Cowboys dub.
We already got
the eat that dub. I'm not doing the Jameis Winston thing, but yeah, you can eat that dub today.
I hear you. Let's take a look at some of the Cowboys numbers as we got everybody tapping in. And as always, if you're tapping in for the first time, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, from my family to yours, from all of us here on In the Trenches. You got Bob, John, and I. So happy Thanksgiving. We're going to take a look at some of these Dallas Cowboys numbers per stat muse. Y'all know I love numbers because men lie, women lie, but these numbers at stat muse, they damn sure don't. Dallas Cowboys second in the league right about now. Like I said, the Washington Commanders allowing 27, almost 28 points a game. The Cowboys scoring 30 points a game. So I foresee, it's possible DaRon Bland breaks that record today. As, a great segue John was talking about the pressure by Tank and Micah on Sam. I brought up that Sam is going to try this secondary. Can DaRon Bland eat as a result? But if this pass rush gets to him, like you're saying, he may not get a chance. If they sack him and get a fumble and maybe run it in for a score. But I don't know if Dak Prescott in this offense, because Dak Prescott been sitting a lot in the fourth quarter, y'all. I don't know if Dak Prescott in this offense, I think this defense gets after it today, especially in this first quarter. I think it gets ugly really quick in the first quarter, especially the way this defense has been holding teams to only 17 points. I don't know, man. Sam Howell and them going to have Riverboat Ron going to have to pull out a bag of tricks or something today with these Cowboys, because I think they are ready as we get ready to see what Jack Harlow headline the Thanksgiving Day special. You got Dolly Parton out there performing. So, you got the Salvation Army kettle. Zeke is no longer here with us. Who's going to be jumping into the kettle? I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, especially if this defense can come out and put it away, especially early in this first quarter. Everybody can relax and have their Thanksgiving meal, not worry about them cardiac Cowboys showing up around dinner time.
I've got 38-10, but I've got 14 of those points coming from our defense.
I like that.
And BG, I'll piggyback on what you're saying. Guess who else is not here besides Zeke? His name is CY, Chase Young. We'll have to see him later in the year. Guess what? Washington has just gotten weaker. So
they got rid of Young and Jonathan Sweat, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Exactly. And it's gonna be ugly, guys. It's gonna be
Speaking of Riverboat Ron, looked like he was up to wheeling and dealing. That didn't make no sense to me. But hey, I'm not a Washington Commander fan, and if you are, tap in and let us know how do you feel about that. I mean, they just dealt away their whole defense. So yeah, I mean, Cowboys got to, like I said, can we get the same team that's been showing up to sit Dak in the fourth? That's all I want to see today. Don't make it complicated. Let's just keep it simple.
Absolutely.
You know, these Cowboys, we have a problem of getting in our own way. I am tired of hearing all of the 3-letter and 4-letter alphabet networks. Oh, they can beat up teams that ain't got no winning record. Can we trust them against a winning team? Like, do you know how many teams in the league right now, like under 500? I mean, they put them on the schedule, so we got to play them. Y'all can cry about the folks that make that schedule. We already talked about that. But, yeah, you know, hopefully the Cowboys come out with this defense, man, and puro Cowboys. I mean, put it away, baby. I don't even want to go in the second half hoping and, you know, looking for the defense to do something, you know, looking for Dak Prescott to do something, looking for this running game to do something. You know, let's get out there and let's see some fireworks. Like my guy Bob said, 14 points on the defense. What was your score prediction again, Bob?
38-10, 38-10. What do you got, BG?
Man, I'm thinking 40-6. I ain't even giving them no touchdowns, baby. Right. They might get 2 field goals today if they lucky. I think DeRon Bland eats. I think we see his jersey possibly go to Canton the day after he breaks the record with 5 pick sixes. That'll put him at 12 INTs to lead the league currently. Micah, another multiple sack game, especially with this offensive line of the Washington Commanders. I mean, they're just trying to keep things afloat with Riverboat Ron over there, if you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, all the predictions are coming in. Like I said, 40-6. So that's for 46 piece right there. And the over-under on that is actually 48. So I'm on the under this week, baby, because I think Dak Prescott shows up like we've been talking about. I think we see that team, that same team that I've been talking about, shows up today to sit Dak in the fourth quarter. So Dak probably doesn't have a monumental game today. I think they eat early in this first half, make quick work of this team, put this division team away so we can go on the next week because we got an all-important big game next week at home, back-to-back Thursday night games against the Seattle Seahawks, who are actually hosting the Bang Bang folks up here tonight in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, man, right now we just need to give thanks to a lot of things right now in the world. One of them being the embarrassment of riches we have in the defensive back situation on our team. Now, granted, Diggs is hurt right now, but let's think for a second. When was the last time we had 2 cornerbacks that could take the ball away like that? We were suffering through the Scandrick years, the Carr years, Claiborne years, all these corners that we kept paying and not having production from. And these young kids come in here over the last few years and just absolutely tear it up. We just still got to give props to the way we draft on this team. And it's the reason why we're in such a position that we're in right now. I mean, this defense is hardcore
everybody
because of it.
Give Will McClay his flowers today on Thanksgiving. So if you're tapping in here today, toast to Will McClay, the draft way, you know, the draft whisperer, I like to call him, you know what I mean? Shout out to 209 Modesto, California out there, baby. Y'all know that's where DeRon Bland is from. Where them 209 folks at that follow the page here, baby. Cheers to the draft whisperer.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, man. So happy Thanksgiving again, especially if you're just joining here. We're wrapping up the show. Not 3 keys to victory today, only 1 key to victory. I want to see the same team because I'm tired of hearing about the inconsistent Cowboys. Those 2 words seem to go pretty synonymous together, especially on your favorite 3-letter and 4-letter alphabet networks. I want to see some consistency. We've been talking about that here since before the beginning of training camp. Can we get some consistency today from your Cowboys? So if you're just joining us, throw your score predictions up there. I'm 40-6. Bob, yours was
38-10.
And John, yours was
41-10.
There you are. There's your score predictions, baby. It is in the trenches with your guys. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And if you're tapping in, you have to watch this after the fact. Do me a favor, use hashtag replay. We appreciate everybody tapping in. Enjoy your meals today. Make sure you set your notifications to join us for the halftime show. Y'all got any parting words before we get out of here today, Bob, John?
I just like this. Go ahead, Bobby. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, if you and your brother, your sister, cousin, you take that walk during the meal today, bring some chewing gum with you, man. Maybe a little something to spray yourself with. Don't heat yourself up, man. If you're going to be sly, be sly. Follow it all the way through.
And we even have Eagles fans. We said happy Thanksgiving to everybody except for you. They wanted to give their 2 cents in. It's 27-10 Washington. We're going to see how old that may get. But shout out to all the 32 NFL fan bases tapping in with us today. John, you had something?
Yeah, I'll just say this, man. This is a game that I'm going to look at the things that we need to clean up, right? And we've been talking about this for weeks and actually years. Let's get those penalties, right? Let's get those penalties cleaned up because it's at home. It's a home game. We have no excuses. and we actually have to clean that up because these double-digit penalties, the false starts, all the stuff that we need to get out of our system, we need to shine and be perfect today. That's what's going to make this 41-10 a game specials where we're playing on all cylinders because we're going to have a tough game next week, and then we know we're going to play the Sheagles after that. So let's freaking go.
Yeah, that's a great point. Go ahead, Bob.
No, he's right. He's right. Dead on.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Talking about penalties, we already covered that here on the NFC East penalty report. The Dallas Cowboys currently tied with the Arizona Cardinals for 74 penalties. Behind the Seattle Seahawks, I believe, leads the league, if I'm not mistaken, with 76. So, yeah, definitely going to be watching the penalties today because, yeah, consistency. Can we get out of our own way? Can we get that same team that's been showing up to sit Dak in the fourth quarter? Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us. Make sure you tap in for the halftime show and turn on your notifications for the post-game show. Don't eat too much turkey. We'll see you in the gym on the next episode.
God bless. All right.